Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture is titled Red Sun Through Wildfire Smoke. So, what do we see here? Well, what we don't see is the view that you might get from a distant exoplanet looking out toward its red dwarf star off in the distance and seeing it there. This is actually an image taken here on Earth on July 22nd of 2026 in British Columbia. And because of all the wildfire smoke, the haze then reddened the sun. Now, we often see the sun red at sunrise or sunset when it's very low in the sky, and we look at it through a lot of atmosphere. But in this case, all of the particles in the atmosphere did the same thing. They acted as a solar filter, dimming the sun so that even during the day, you could actually look up and see something like this. So much of the sun's light was blocked out that it looked a lot hazier on Earth, and the sun looked very red up in the sky. Now, with that, you can also see several of the sunspots on the sun going across diagonally from upper left to lower right. We can see several sunspots, and we can also see some of the clouds there in front of the sun, kind of shadowed against the solar surface itself, giving the sun almost a little texture, something we're not used to seeing with our sun. These extra particles in the atmosphere will always make the sun look a little redder. They're very good at scattering out the shorter wavelengths of light, so it enhances what you would see at sunrise and sunset. So it would look even redder at sunrise and sunset during these times than it normally does. And again, it looks redder higher in the sky. Even later into the morning, you could watch the sun rise and still look red high in the sky when normally it would be incredibly bright. Now, the sun itself is not actually a red star. We're only taking out all of that light, but the sun will be red in the future. How long? Well, we've got about 6 billion years to wait. At that point, the sun will begin to evolve. Its core will collapse down, its outer layers will expand, and it will cool off. So it will go from being about 6,000 degrees as a yellowish white star down to about 3,000 degrees for a very red star. Of course, at that time, Earth will no longer be around as the sun expands and will actually consume all of the inner planets, becoming that large, and will consume Mercury, Venus, and Earth at that point, filling that entire region with the sun as it becomes a red giant and maybe a red supergiant star in the distant future. So that was our picture of the day, titled Red Sun Through Wildfire Smoke. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.